This happened exactly 1 year ago. I was working a part-time job as a night security guard at an old textile warehouse on the outskirts of the city. I needed the money for my university tuition, so I didn't mind the isolation. The older guards always warned me, whatever you do, don't go near C Block after 2 a.m. I used to laugh it off, thinking it was just a hazing ritual for the new guy. For the first 2 weeks, everything was dead silent. Just me, my flashlight, and the smell of damp concrete. But on one rainy Tuesday, the silence broke. It was exactly 2:15 a.m. I was in the small security booth, sipping lukewarm coffee, when the CCTV monitor started to flicker. The screen went pitch black for a few seconds, and when the image returned, my heart skipped a beat. The heavy iron door of C Block, a section that had been padlocked and bolted for years, was standing slightly ajar. Just a crack, but enough for someone to slip through. I thought it was a trespasser. I grabbed my heavy flashlight and stepped out into the rain. The air inside the warehouse was unnaturally cold, a chill that didn't just touch my skin, but seemed to settle in my bones. As I approached C Block, a foul smell hit me, the unmistakable scent of something decaying. I clicked on my flashlight. The beam cut through the dust, revealing wet footprints on the floor. But they weren't human. The toes were elongated, twisted, and the stride was irregular, as if whoever made them was dragging a heavy limb. I followed the trail to the very back of the block, behind a stack of rusted chemical drums. There, huddled in the corner, was a figure. He was wearing the same khaki security uniform I was wearing. My voice trembled as I called out, "Who's there? Show me your ID!" The figure turned slowly, bone-crushingly slowly. When the light hit his face, I almost dropped my flashlight. There was no skin, just raw blue veins pulsing under a translucent film of gray flesh. He raised a gnarled, trembling finger toward me and rasped in a voice that sounded like grinding stones. "It's not time yet." I didn't wait. I turned and sprinted back to the booth, locking the door and shoving a chair under the handle. My brain was screaming. I decided right then that I was quitting at sunrise. To calm my nerves, I started leafing through the old incident logs on the desk, records from the late 90s. I found a dusty newspaper clipping tucked into the back of the ledger. The headline read, "Watchman perishes in warehouse inferno." I stared at the grainy black and white photo of the victim. It was a man in my exact uniform. But it wasn't just the uniform. The man in the photo had my face. We shared the same name, even the same birthmark on the neck. The next morning, my supervisor found me passed out outside the booth. When I told him what I saw, he didn't call me crazy. He just turned pale. He looked at me and said, "Son, there is no C Block. That entire wing was demolished 30 years ago after the fire. To this day, I can't look in the mirror. Because sometimes when the light hits my neck just right, I see those blue, pulsing veins starting to creep up toward my face. I think my time is finally coming."